The humid Louisiana evening pressed down on Tibaido like a wet blanket. Then a small voice cut through the heat, sharp and urgent. "Please, check under your motorcycles. Right now." 7-year-old Emma Rousseau's words trembled as she stepped from the shadows of Budrow's Roadhouse. 9 men inside, the Bayou Brotherhood, turned toward her, faces etched with years of sun, storm, and road scars. Their leader, Jacques Gator Landry, silver-streaked hair tied back, laughed at something one of his brothers said. Emma's heart pounded. The entire parish whispered about these men. Outlaws. Dangerous. Untouchable. But Emma had seen something that afternoon that made her stomach twist. Deputy Marshal Craig Winters, everyone's hero, slipping bags under motorcycles, muttering on the phone about cutting the cancer out of Tibaido. Inside, the bikers shared platters of food, ordinary and human. Outside, police sirens wailed closer, warning of chaos. Emma had maybe 2 minutes to act. Speak up, and risk facing the men everyone feared, or stay quiet and invisible. Her next words would change everything. Emma pressed herself against the rough wood planks of Budrow's Roadhouse, sneakers crunching on scattered oyster shells. The neon Abbey beer sign flickered over the gravel parking lot, casting amber shadows. Through the window, she saw 9 men in leather vests, water moccasins coiled on their backs. Each bore scars, tattoos, road names: Swamp Dog, Rue, Cypress. And Gator, laughing like nothing mattered. The memory of Rue helping her grandfather during a flash flood flickered in her mind. They weren't monsters. But what she had seen that afternoon was real, and it was dangerous. Deputy Winters placing clear bags under the bikes, bags filled with something illegal, made Emma's stomach twist. The roadhouse door felt impossibly heavy. Hinges creaked as Emma stepped inside. The room went silent. 9 pairs of eyes locked onto her. "Little girl, you lost?" a younger biker asked, sleeves decorated with cypress trees and alligators. Emma's voice barely rose above a whisper. "I need to talk to y'all." Recognition crossed Rue's face. "Old blue Chevy, your papa makes the best crab traps in the parish." Emma stepped closer. "You have to look under your bikes. Please." "I saw Deputy Winters putting something there. He said it was time to cut the cancer out of Tibaido." The air changed instantly. Gator stood, chair scraping against the worn floor. "What exactly did you see, Emma?" Sirens screamed outside. 3 sheriff cruisers, a black Suburban flashing lights. Deputy Marshal Winters strode in, smile cold. His federal badge gleamed. "Jacques Landry, I have a warrant to search your vehicles." Gator swept Emma behind him, hands raised. "Deputy, this child just came to warn us. Why would a 7-year-old risk coming here unless she knew we were in danger?" Emma held her ground. "I saw you, sir. Bags, white powder, your phone call. You called the Bayou Brotherhood a stain." Winters' face hardened, hand twitching toward his weapon. Gator moved closer, calm but imposing. "Nobody needs to do anything foolish. Let's check under the motorcycles, together, in front of witnesses." Winters hesitated, then nodded. Outside, the crowd gathered: bikers, deputies, roadhouse patrons, one small girl who had just become the pivot of truth. Gator approached the first bike, vintage Harley, water moccasin coiled on the frame. He knelt, everyone watching. Rue recorded with his phone. 3 clear bags, each containing roughly 2 pounds of white crystalline powder, were zip-tied beneath the motorcycles. Evidence tags gleamed through the plastic. A GPS tracker blinked red. Winters went gray. "Someone must have stolen them to frame me." Gator's voice was steady. "These are federal evidence bags. Every bag has signatures, timestamps. Internal Affairs will find your name all over them. Deputy Tobido photographed everything. Phones recorded every angle. The crowd witnessed truth in real time. Winters tried to assert authority. Gator interrupted. "We are the people you swore to protect, yet you decided to destroy us because we're different." These men, veterans, community volunteers, neighbors, you tried to erase them. Marie, the longtime waitress, stepped forward, phone recording. "I've known you 20 years, Craig. You've shamed your badge." The tide turned. People formed a protective semicircle around the bikers. Soon, FBI agents arrived, called by witnesses who refused to stay silent. Over the next hour, federal technicians cataloged evidence, documenting Winter's corruption. Emma recounted her story to agents repeatedly, always holding her mother's hand. Later, Gator crouched beside her. "You okay, Emma?" "I was scared," she admitted. "You chose courage anyway." "That's rare." He pressed a small leather bracelet with a silver fleur-de-lis charm into her hand. "This belonged to my daughter. She taught me bravery is standing up even when scared. Now, it's yours." 3 weeks later, Emma sat in 3rd grade, bracelet catching sunlight. Life had changed. Federal charges for Winters were underway. Wrongfully convicted people received new trials. The Bayou Brotherhood continued riding, but now recognized by the community. Shop owners greeted them. Children waved at motorcycles instead of hiding. Emma's best friend, Lily, leaned close. "My dad said most adults wouldn't have had your courage." "I was just paying attention," Emma said, touching the bracelet. "My papa always says notice what's happening around you." A letter arrived at school, the Second Chance Scholarship Fund, honoring her courage and Gator's daughter. The first recipients were young people wrongly targeted by Winter's corruption. Emma folded the note carefully, putting it next to her homework. Outside, motorcycles rumbled past, not threatening, just alive in the world. At dinner with her mother and grandfather, Emma reflected, "It's easy to believe what everyone else believes. Hard to trust your eyes." "That's called integrity," her mother said. "Worth it," Emma whispered. Even when scared. 2 months later, Budrow's Roadhouse celebrated the scholarship fund. Emma watched Gator, Marcus, and other community members reconnect. She walked home under a crisp November sun, bracelet gleaming, reflecting on courage, fear, and truth. She was still a kid, drawing, playing, helping her grandfather, but she was also a witness, a hero, proof that the smallest voice can reshape a community. Call to action: if this story reminded you to trust your instincts, speak up when something feels wrong, and pay attention to the world around you. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to Echo Tales. Courage comes in all forms, and sometimes the smallest person in the room can make the biggest impact. Have you ever noticed something important that others missed? Share your story in the comments. Your voice could inspire someone else.